What if your emotional intelligence is actually sabotaging your ability to manage stress at work? It sounds bizarre, but the consequences can be serious. Every morning, you wake up ready to conquer the day. Yet, as soon as you step into the office, dread creeps in, deadlines loom, meetings pile up, and a heavy weight settles in your chest. You brush it off, thinking you are just being dramatic. But here's the alarming reality: many people ignore their stress levels, dismissing them as mere byproducts of a fast-paced corporate life. This dismissal is a dangerous warning sign. Stress isn't just discomfort, it's your body signaling that something is seriously wrong. As we navigate our careers, we often cling to the belief that emotional intelligence means managing stress effortlessly. Yet, this very awareness can blind you. You might think you are handling everything well, but inside, your mind races, your heart pounds, and your body reacts in ways you may not even notice. Imagine is sitting in a meeting, nodding along while your inner voice screams for help. You're attuned to others' feelings, but what about your own? Prioritizing others often comes at the cost of your mental well-being, and that's where the cracks begin to show. When emotional intelligence becomes a shield instead of a tool, real trouble brews. You convince yourself you're managing fine, yet stress simmers beneath the surface, infiltrating your thoughts, relationships, and even your health. Picture this: a headache starts, or your stomach tightens at your desk, yet you push through, telling yourself, "It'll be fine." But your body knows better. Stress can manifest in ways you won't recognize until it's too late. Consider this chilling thought: how often do you scroll through social media during breaks, only to feel more drained afterward? It's not just a distraction, it's a sign you're avoiding deeper issues. Ignoring these warning signs allows them to fester, leading you toward burnout. You might find yourself snapping at colleagues or feeling disconnected from your work. That's not just stress, it's a wake-up call. So what can you do? Start tuning in. Pay attention to the signals your body sends. When you feel that knot in your stomach or tension in your shoulders, take a moment to breathe and acknowledge that something needs to change. Finding balance doesn't mean shutting down your emotional intelligence, it means integrating it into a healthier approach. Set boundaries, learn to say no, and prioritize your own needs. This isn't just about surviving the corporate grind, it's about thriving within it. Imagine walking into the office with calm instead of anxiety. It might seem far-fetched, but the journey begins with recognizing those stress management warning signs. Next time you feel overwhelmed, remember your emotional intelligence should empower you, not hold you back. Reflect on how to turn that awareness into action. Acknowledging your stress can be the first step toward transforming your work life. So take a moment, breathe, and let that realization sink in. You owe it to yourself. Are you aware that the very tools we use to manage stress might actually make it worse? In a world that celebrates emotional intelligence as the key to workplace success, there's a troubling truth: this valuable skill may quietly undermine our ability to cope with stress. Picture this: you're in a high-pressure meeting. Everyone around you seems calm and collected, showcasing their emotional intelligence. You nod along, feeling the weight of expectations, but inside, you're spiraling. Why does acknowledging emotions sometimes feel like throwing gasoline on a fire? You might think that being in tune with your feelings is the best way to reduce stress. But what if that constant focus on emotional awareness causes you to overlook deeper issues? Instead of addressing real problems, you find yourself stuck in a cycle of self-reflection and nothing changes. Now, consider a colleague who always knows the right thing to say. They mediate conflicts, navigate office politics, and are admired by everyone. Yet, beneath that polished exterior, they're under immense pressure. Every compliment adds another layer of expectation, and they feel compelled to maintain that emotional intelligence persona. And then another them to sound familiar. As the corporate world increasingly emphasizes emotional intelligence, the pressure to uphold that image can lead to burnout and anxiety. It's a vicious cycle. Stress leads to emotional fatigue, which makes you doubt your abilities, pushing you further down the rabbit hole. Let's pause to think about the unintended consequences. You're encouraged to share your feelings at work, but what happens when you do? Are you met with understanding, or is it brushed aside? The irony is that in our quest for emotional intelligence, we might unintentionally stifle genuine conversations about stress and well-being. So, what's the answer to this paradox? It begins with recognizing that while emotional intelligence is essential, it shouldn't overshadow the need for practical stress management. For practical We need a workplace where vulnerability is met with support, not judgment. Companies should promote open discussions about stress, encouraging real solutions instead of just emotional band-aids. Imagine how powerful it would be to create a culture that values authenticity over appearances. The next time your workplace highlights emotional intelligence, challenge yourself and your colleagues. Are we genuinely addressing stress, or are we just going in circles? As you reflect on this, remember that managing stress is a complex journey. Emotional intelligence is a part of it, but it should be the whole story. The hidden dangers can be subtle, creeping into our work lives without us even noticing. Embrace the discomfort. Start conversations. Challenge the status quo. Together, let's redefine what it means to truly manage stress in the corporate world. Wouldn't that be a change worth striving for? Of productivity. Can you feel that tension? It's like walking a tightrope, where one misstep could send you tumbling. Now, picture a colleague who always seems composed. They smile, listen, and appear emotionally intelligent. But behind closed doors, they're frantically checking emails at midnight, feeling the relentless pressure to be perfect. Sound familiar? Here's the unsettling truth: this facade of control often hides deeper issues, and it's more common than you think. Many people feel they can't admit when they're overwhelmed, fearing it will hurt their reputation. But every time you bottle up those feelings, you're just adding fuel to the fire.